Hi, my name is Wendi, and I'm a conservative Christian, a grandmother of 10, and a traveling sales lady. When I saw Brandon's video on Facebook, I stood up and applauded, and I stand beside him and behind him, and I think what he's doing is fantastic. I think he's a very courageous man for bringing himself under fire, which he will certainly be, I'm sure. He also opened not only to Democrats and liberals who are not happy with the way their party is going and don't like the hate and the vitriol that's coming from leaders and members of the Democratic Party to join him, but he also opened it up to conservatives who wanted to say something about how they've been treated by the media and by the Democratic Party as well. And I'd like to take this occasion to just share a couple things with you. I was a Tea Party member, went September 12, 2009. I wanted to go and stand up as an individual and state my voice that I was not happy with a takeover of the healthcare system by the government. And I was joined by over 1 million other people who felt the same way as I did. Individuals that were speaking their mind, not part of any group, maybe parts of demographics, but certainly not associated with each other in any way other than the desire to stand up and be counted and to have our voices heard. The Tea Party was a true grassroots movement. And I see the hashtag WalkAway movement as the same thing, where individuals stand up and make their statements known, make their preferences known and their stories known. And what I find is that when we deal with each other as individuals, it's a whole different thing than trying to talk to each other as parts of a group. And the Democratic Party is especially good at identity politics in putting us into separate groups, putting us in a little box with a label where they can control us. And we're not a nation of boxes with labels. We're not a nation of groups. We're not a nation of specialized parties, special interest groups. We're a nation of individuals, and our rights are, as individuals, the individual right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I'm fully behind that. With those rights, you have an individual responsibility, too, to live within the law. And there is such a thing called equal protection under the law, where no individual, no group, no demographic, no special interest is above the law. And we're not really seeing that right now. So if you have equal protection under the law, except for some people who are not applied by the law, then you actually have no protection under the law. And I think that's a very scary place to be. I'm tired as a conservative of being labeled and putting in a box, being demeaned, being the subject of late night humor. And I don't like how the media is portraying us. And the way that we can combat that is by actually standing up and saying, I'm an individual. I have my own story. I have my own ideas. And there's not a lot of individuals that are 100% aligned with each other in their thinking or in the way they approach life. But we are individuals, and it's individuals that make this country what it is. So I stand behind Brandon. Go Brandon. Hashtag WalkAway.